Good morning, guys. Looks like Interactive Brokers is down. Is Interactive Brokers down for anyone else? I guess it is, since they... Yeah. Yep. First time. Yeah, it's true. I've never seen Interactive Brokers being down before. I've had IB for like probably 6 years. Okay, yeah, but I'm not being using it every day, but still, it's pretty good. Let's trade options. Yeah, let's trade some options. First, I need to be able to get into my platform. No more options? Why not? I got a lot of positive feedback on the options trading. Blown up from options from 200 contracts. Probably need a little bit more than 200 contracts to mute the audio. Oh god. Good thing I don't care about the viewers. Or the amount of viewers, I mean. Oh man. It's the chat is so polarized over my options trading. I don't know why. Guys, can't we all just be friends and make money? Yeah, Fisker, yeah, looks interesting. LMB. Yeah. It had a better setup down here when it bounced up to 50. But yeah, if it goes sideways a bit more, could be nice. A lot of these SPAT and the EV related things are setting up. A lot of them. A lot of them. Many are very thin, but I guess I'll try a few of them in my Interactive Brokers account once that one comes online. NTZ look like a short. Yeah, it could be. It could be. Whoa, it's super thin though, but yeah, I mean there could be some mean reversion on it. I'm not sure today is gonna be the day, but yeah, wedge opening range lows and VWAP fails and the usual stuff for our low risk, high reward setup. QS, well, I'm long it. They have a presentation tomorrow and it's a super hyped stock. I got stopped out of half on Friday when it took out opening range lows, and then it started grinding back with higher lows late day, so I rebought the half I sold. Like, we are in this EV battery mania right now, and can I buy a better mic? It's good. Like, when I look at my YouTube videos, the mic is good. I don't think there's anything wrong with it. No one else has mentioned it, so. I mean, I could buy a studio quality mic, but it's only gonna be marginally better. My voice is golden as it is. Mic is not great. Really? Is it just today, or is it always? Is there anything special about it today? Because people never mention my mic usually. Mike? Yeah, who is Mike? Nothing against mics. I'm gonna listen to myself on YouTube. How do I know oh, here, yeah. 115? What's the difference? Okay, I mean, look, it's not studio quality, like a lot of other streamers have, but I think it's good enough. No, I'm not a short mRNA. Closed too strong on Friday. Closed very strong. And it's surfing the 10 or the 20 EMA. Like, once it starts violating the 20 EMA, that's when I would like to reshort it. But hey, this thing could go to 200 first. So right now it's in a no man's land. I don't see a long on it. I don't see a short on it. When is IB gonna come back up? Market opens in 9 minutes and they're still down. That's a disaster. That's why I have 3 different brokers, or actually 2 brokers, but and 2 platforms. Yeah, I added to Tesla. I have 8,500 shares now. I added some pre-market, 605 I think, or 604s. So I think this thing is, you know, again with tight stops, this thing either goes or doesn't. Like, I think it could go parabolic into the S&P ad. Mobile, I don't use IB Mobile. Oh, it works through mobile. Log in to desktop and manual authentication. Wait, how do you do that? Manual authentication? Yeah, there's a lot of books that are related to my strategy. If you follow the instructions on the screen, I have a full list of them. Time to switch to Robinhood. Robinhood is down like, what, once a week? It says no internet connection. While they should say no connection to our servers. It's not. There's nothing wrong with my internet. What's wrong are their servers. It's always nice when they blame the customer. Like, my internet connection is the problem. No, it's not. Oh shit, I just spilled a lot of knock over myself. God damn. Oh, I need to get some paper. Jesus Christ. I rarely spill, to be honest. TNXP, I don't know, it's just some random microcap stock. These things are usually not the stuff that has, follow through for weeks and months. Hmm. Yeah, there's a lot of random stocks gapping. I honestly ignore all of them. Like these micro caps, this gap 550, 100%, it's just... I mean, they're great if you're day trading, like if you're really quick, but for me as a swing trader, these are just too random. A lot of these SPAC names are gapping. So many. CRSR. Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, I mean, it found support on a 20 EMA, so not the EMA, sorry, 20 EMA. I don't know, these things, yeah, maybe a few more days. Yeah, Nvidia is, yeah, I have an alert set on it. We'll see about Nvidia. It's kind of a slow name, but if it goes, it goes. Airbnb, thoughts? I've never used it. And the stock is, yeah, I think the stock is gonna be wild. Yeah, good luck anyway. Yeah, there's Zillow and Peloton I'm watching too, and there's just so many of these random low liquidity SPACs and EV battery related things. I mean, it's the sector to be in. Oh, there's gonna be a lot of alerts triggering at the open. This SPE, well, there's no setup there though. I don't even know why I'm watching. Yeah, IB is down. Here we go. Alert fest. APXT looks interesting. So thin for me, but looks like a good setup on the 60-minute. Nvidia keeps coming back. Tesla looks beautiful, just beautiful. Yeah, Tesla's textbook. IB still down. What a failure. You went to IB to avoid this? Yeah. IIPR, yep. The setup looks very good. Very good setup. Really, really good setup. Oh, snow. Oh, Your IB's working? How come some people's are working and but most people's are not? Jesus Christ. So many of these small stocks are breaking out on this 60-minute on high tide flags. Beely. This is what a good earnings breakout does. This is what a good earnings breakout is supposed to do. Pretty much straight up from entry. Jumia. Yeah, looks good on a 60 on the daily. I think it may need some time, but yeah, there's so many So many of them that looking good. JKS. Wait, JKS, did they have earnings? Oh, they did have earnings. 20. Okay. It's an interesting spot on the chart. It's been building higher lows. It has this range and it's bouncing off the 50-day. Very interesting looking technically. Big momentum stock. Well, I think the entry has already. I mean, I'm opening range lows was the entry, or a green to red, which is kind of the same in this case. But I kind of missed it. It's yeah, it could work. It could work. I may do some. It's not a high conviction setup. Yeah, Palantir. A lot of these stocks look good on 60. Another SPAC. I mean, how many SPACs are up to date? There's just so many of them. Impossible to keep track of everything. Yeah, laser. Yeah, I've been watching that one. This THCB is another battery SPAC. Still, the EV related things are very strong. Is Tesla going up? Yep, it's a beast. Yeah, I feel sorry for you guys that trade on the IB. I mean, it's just so random. It shows that even the best, you know, can fail sometimes. Like IB has really been one of the best brokers over the past 3 to 5 years. Like what's happening on IB right now, this is like once in a 5-year event in Interactive Brokers. This is what happens like once a month or even more often on Think or Swim and like Ameritrade and stuff like that. And Robinhood, yeah. You're going back to Robinhood? Isn't Robinhood one of the worst? They've been down like 50 times this year. Yeah, every time the market is down 3%, Robinhood goes down. Yalla. Nice. Exactly, at least Robinhood is consistent with being down. You expect them to be down. Sorry for me eating a power bar. I need energy. IB's back up? Not for me. Oh shit, I got stopped out of plug, looks like. Why is this HCAC up? So many of these SPACs. This is Potera? No, wait. Kramer? Okay, it's up big. Thanks, guys. These new services should have, you know. Oh, I think I'm gonna get into IB now. Kramer loved it? Okay. I got into IB, but I can't see anything. Okay, now it loaded. Never mind. It looks like it's fine. Nope. can't get any data on symbols. I can't trade anything. I got into the platform, but I can't trade anything. Oh, never mind. It's just very slow. It's just incredibly slow. Silver looks like it wants to come out of a range here. Not sure how good it looks, but yeah, the problem, yeah, well, Silver made a big move from mid-March to like early August. Enormous move. I mean, Silver went up, 150%. That's a huge move for Silver. Oh, looks like I got stopped out of this little RIG from Friday. It's a tiny position, so it's a micro cap. Or it's actually not a micro cap, it's a small cap, never mind. Fastly going back down. I had some, yeah. It's kind of nice being in options, to be honest. You don't care if the stock is up or down. This GBTC is building a high tide flag. I would be surprised. It wouldn't surprise if this thing goes to 50 before year end. It's a Bitcoin ETF. Wouldn't surprise me. I mean, why not? I have a swing position in plug. You assume it's short. No, it was a long, but like I was in it for like 10 minutes, then I got stopped out. Frog? Oh, it's Shave Frog. They're on the market. Nice. Oh, Futu. I thought you said plug. What the fuck? Futu? No, it's a long. Why would it be a short? I would never want to short this type of stock. This is one of the fastest growing stocks in the market, and this is long. I'm long from here, $32. There was some FOMO in these battery and SPAC stocks out of the gate. Now most of them are not. Well, some of them are look like they're fading a bit. I hope they fade. I would want a better setup in a couple of days. Yeah, snow I kind of missed. Opening range lows was the play here. I missed this one. Oh, some people have not gotten into... Yeah, I think they maybe like... Since they have issues, maybe they only open up for a certain amount of customers at a time. If they would be smart, they would open up for their big customers first. Silo looks, yeah, that's another word for it. That's that's a word for it, yeah. This Pinterest is building a nice flag here. A few more days of sideways, if we can tighten up here, would be very interesting later this week. Briefing, you can see news back 5 years. They nerfed it. It used to be you could go back to the like late 90s and see news for stocks, but they kind of a few years ago they took off. You know, since a few years ago you can only go back like 5 years on news. So that's the limit now. Guys, just don't put just stickers out there. Put a comment or question. Yes, NIO. It's going up. It is going up. This ARKG ETF is starting to go parabolic. I hope it can speed up to 110, 120 this week. There could be a short coming up. Laser, yeah, yeah, there could be a short on it. I'm not sure about today. Maybe. I'm gonna stalk it. I will stalk it. If I see a good setup, I may try it. I'm not gonna do any huge size or anything. It would be better if it goes like 40 today and then gaps up to 50 tomorrow or something. That would be a nice setup. But if I see a good setup today, I will try some small size, see if it works. ARCT a short setup. Yeah, it could be. Watch for if it starts losing VWAP, building lower highs and lose VWAP. There could be a entry there. Right now it's still going straight up. But look for weakness. Yeah, it could be a short setup. Too thin for me personally, but yeah. Absolutely. Apple straight up. Yeah, extremely slow stock. But yeah, it's going higher. Google looks good, Facebook looks good, Netflix looks good, Amazon. These things are just flagging. Like, look at how tight they are. Amazon, incredibly tight. Netflix, incredibly tight. These things could have big moves into year end. Coupa, earnings play tomorrow. Oh, they report tomorrow? Oh, okay. What should I do with my long? We'll see how it closes. If it closes... wait, they report after hours. Okay. Well, I don't have a huge position in it. Only 6,500 shares. So they we'll see. If it closes like this or stronger, I'll keep my shares. If it closes weak, like really weak, I may sell half, or and then I'll have to wait until they report to see where the reaction is. Google, Facebook are your option trade potential stocks. Yeah. Yeah, maybe I'll do options on those. Since they're so slow. My IB looks fine. It was a bit slow getting tickers, but loading tickers, but I tried to trade a stock and they worked fine. Oh, mRNA about to take out Friday size. Really nice. The higher it goes, the better. Higher it goes, the better. This pen is also starting to set up in a nice multi-month flag. There's still things setting up, which I think is a good sign for the markets, even though we are short-term, pretty extended. So there will obviously be pullbacks, especially Russell is really extended, or getting to, but as long as things are setting up, I think it's good. mRNA, a good buy. I don't see a setup here. LAC opinion? Well, I mean, if they, well, it's one of these super hyped stocks on Twitter. They have some lithium assets and stuff like that. I mean, I owned it earlier this year. If I see a good setup, I will buy it. I'm stalking it. I have alert set, and it could, like, if LAC gets momentum, it's gonna double, triple very fast. Let's just say that. I just need a setup for it. It just needs to get momentum first. That's what I think about LAC. This WWR is setting up in a nice way. It reminds me a little bit about Chumia back here when I bought it on the stream. Chumia was also $6-7, had a pop, went sideways, and then broke out again, and then it tripled. This is what WWR looks like. It popped, went sideways, and it's the same price range. Could be interesting. I got stopped out on this thing I was in it overnight or 2 days last week, and I got stopped out. But now it looks even better. LAC 1125. Where is that? 1125. Yeah, it failed that day. No, 24th, you mean? Yeah, Nvidia is holding great. It's just so slow. It's up 1.2% today. Yeah, this is the kind of stock. Guys, I want to do options on Nvidia. I think it's gonna go to 700 before year end. I know. People are like, oh, not again. Hej från Sverige. Get 700 call. No, not okay, guys. No, stop, guys. Don't write your opinions. I want to buy calls, okay? $100 contracts. I want to buy 100 contracts, but which ones? Have a nice day. Hey, David, have a nice day, you too. Hey, David, which option should I buy? I don't watch any Scandinavian stocks. No, I only trade the US market. December, I want at least a month. Options are so hard, man. A lot of people have been super helpful to me on Twitter and in the chat. I really appreciate it. But like, I wish I understood more than 20% of what they say. 600 January 15th. Yeah, I think I understand that delta is. Yeah, there's so many moving parts. Oh man. So January 650s or January 600s? June 550s? Oh. Now this is the thing. Some people say January calls and then someone says June calls. Like which, like why? I mean, that's like I don't understand why. January is too close. December's are half price. You would buy leaps? What is a leap? Isn't that also an option? The further the better. Well, the thing is, I don't think I would need, well, yeah, maybe. I mean, it's a trade, like it's not an investment. I don't want to be in it for 6 months. I think it's gonna, no. Oh, January will evaporate whatever that means. I'm thinking like a month. The closer to, okay. Okay, so what if I buy some January and some June? Like I did on Fastly. I bought some January calls and some March calls. The earnings are at the 11th of February. Oh, leaves will move too slow. You can... Oh, okay. So you pretty much pay for certainty, okay? Buy them all. Should I buy like 100 contracts? No, sorry, not 100. 10 contracts of different strikes and months? I know. I know. I'm asking for advice. And the thing is, I don't even know who gives me good advice and who gives me bad advice. That's what makes life exciting, I guess. What strike are you planning to buy? Well, I was hoping you guys would tell me. Yeah, I'm gonna buy different ones. So which ones should I buy? In the money? I don't know what it means. Near or at the money, 1 to 3 months out. Now that's the thing. That's what happened on Friday. Everyone's telling me different things. I have no idea who to listen to. Oh. Yeah, I guess it depends. Yeah. Oof, okay. I just got a headache again. I'm gonna chill out. Maybe I'll buy them later. I need a break. Damn, this option stuff is so hard. Like, this is why I don't recommend options to beginners. There's just so many things that can go wrong. You want as few moving parts as possible. That's ideal. Unless you're like really smart and like really smart, but very few people are truly smart. Like truly smart. Very few people are. I am not. The problem is a lot of people think they're smart, but they're really not. They may have some, knowledge, but that's not the same thing as being smart. And putting together all these moving parts. I think very few people are truly smart. And that's the good thing. You don't need to be truly smart to be successful trader. You really don't. That was my point I was gonna say. You really don't need to be. I'm not. I'm just a random guy that made 20 million this year. Obviously, having a great market, the best trading market since 1999, that helps. Obviously. But my point is, if I was smart, I would be up twice as much. No, truly. I mean, trading, like, you don't have to do a lot of advanced and smart things in the markets. It's success in markets is more about not doing a lot of dumb things. Avoiding the dumb stuff. I truly think that. Every year I try to do less of the things that don't work. January. Wait, January. Wait, what does that mean? January 21, 22? Oh, it expires January 21 next year. No, the year after. What happened to my stream? Guys, I can't see my own stream anymore. Is the stream down? Yeah, RIG, I just got stopped out of it today. It's working? Okay, guys, don't write anything in the chat. I'm gonna reload the window. Maybe it's just my Chrome. Okay, yeah, it works fine. It's just my Chrome that bugged out. Oh man, Blink is going. So, oh, Zillow's going also. Interesting. The thing is, it's just very thin. I think I'm gonna buy both Zillow and Z and ZG to get my size, desired size. Nah, I'll just buy 30,000 shares of Zillow and let's see what happens. Okay, I don't think I'm gonna trade more today. I have a pretty decent, extensive portfolio of a lot of things. I am watching laser on the short side. That's the only thing, really. What QS calls do you have? I don't have any QS calls. I have the stock. Is Pen a good setup? Yeah, it is a good setup. It's in my watch list. It's a good setup. Yeah, ideally a few more days, but it looks pretty ready. Do you see Nvidia going to 700? Yeah, absolutely. This thing has been basing really nicely for the past 4 months, 5 months. Next leg up, I wouldn't be surprised if it goes to 700. I mean, it's not even a big percentage move. It's like 25%, 27%. It's not that big of a percentage move, but it's a slow stock. Like I wouldn't, I wouldn't trade it. Any of you shouldn't trade it. It's too slow. If you want to turn small accounts into big ones, you need to, trade faster moving stocks. Why is solar not going? Because I don't know. Well, they're just basing. Solar is one of the. It's a big. They just had a big move. They're not basing. Some of these are setting up in a nice way. If they can go sideways a few more days. CSIQ, if you can, maybe later this week would be a really good setup. JKS is now fading. But if it holds here, if it doesn't go much lower, and then reclaims later this week, it breaks over the 65 area, it's gonna be a really good setup. EMPH, it's just basing here. It needs to go, the 50-day needs to catch up. What more are there? SCDG, yeah, a few more days of sideways. They're setting up. When do you think it's acceptable to add more funds to your trading account? I think if you've been consistent and following rules and also grown your account, that's when I think you can add money to your account slowly. But if you have problems not taking losses, even though you get stopped out, if you have these basic things you're not able to do, you shouldn't add money to your trading account. But if you have no problems taking losses, if you know trade good setups, you follow the rules, then you can add slowly. Maybe not all the 30K at once, but maybe 5,000 a month or something. 10,000 a month, as long as you're growing your account and most importantly, just following the rules. And have good money position management, etc. i.e. not going all in one stock. You need help with scaling up? Yeah, or you could choose to not add to your account. Just let it grow organically. You double it, and then you double it again, and then you double it again, and in 5 years you're gonna have 10 million in your account. That's what happened to me. And then you're gonna have 20, and then 40, and yeah, no, just double. Yeah, no, but yeah, it's easier said than done, but it can be done. If you have a good setup, if you have sound money management, you're gonna do it. Just need to study those damn setups. My YTD performance, probably over 500%. I don't know exactly. I've withdrawn some money from my account and I bought a boat and a new car and stuff like that. I don't know exactly. I haven't done the math. But it's pretty damn good. It's percentage-wise, I think it may be my next best year. My best year was like 650%, but then my account was really small. I grew it from like 100K to 600-700K or something like that, or 50K to 300-400K or something like that. But I think, and my next best year has been like 450%, I think. And this year so far is in between those two, percentage-wise. And dollar-wise, it's obviously like I've made like 80% of all the money I've ever made this year. Yeah, something like that. Something like that. More. Yeah, taxes will hurt. I started the year with like 3.5. And well, now I have a lot more than that. Yeah, snow is coming back. A BMW X5M. Are you at... Yeah, I'm at peak equity right now. Guys, do you know what happens at peak equity? Do you know what always happens when you get to a peak equity? Sooner or later, you're gonna have a drawdown. You never stay at peak equity for long. As a trader, you're gonna spend... This is actually one thing I got from Peter Brandt on his blog. He explained it really nicely. I never thought about it before, but even the most successful traders, investors, are gonna be in a drawdown most of the time. Like, even this year, even though I'm up at least 500%, I haven't checked it exactly, but it could be 600-700, maybe not 700, it could be 600%. I've spent at least half of the year in a drawdown, at least. So expecting to be like peak equity all the time, it's just not gonna happen. You're gonna spend most of your time in a drawdown, even on a really good year. That's just how it works. You just need to realize it, and you need to accept it. And even look at something like Amazon, which is one of the most amazing stocks, which is one of the best stocks like ever, history of the world. It's up what? 200,000% since the IPO. 200,000%. Now look at the amount of time it's been in a drawdown. Okay, it was in a drawdown here. Wait, why can't I see? Yeah, there, okay, there was in a drawdown. Look at this thing. Look at this. It was in a drawdown for what? 10 years? Right? So here was a drawdown for a few months. Here was in a drawdown for 10 years. Here it was in a drawdown for about a year. Another year. Another maybe year. Maybe a bit longer. I don't know. This is like what? 2 years. So since 97, that's 23 years. So here was what, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, 15 years. So out of the 23 years it's been public, it was in a drawdown for 15 years. Look at Netflix, same thing here. This one I actually showed you guys. Like even if you start counting from here, at the lows from 2012, it's been pretty much straight up. But even if you start counting from there, the stock is up, what, 6,500 or 7,000, well, yeah, 6,500%. It was in a drawdown here for about, what, a year? Another year, and here it was about a year and a half. So 1, 2, 3.5 years out of, let's say, late 2012 to late, so 8 years. Out of 8 years, it was been in a drawdown almost half of the time. And this is an extreme example. I'm cherry picking from the lows here, from after the drawdown before that. So, you know, nothing goes straight up. You're gonna be spending, and these are just, you know, examples of stocks, but this is what happens no matter what, if you're an investor or a trader or whatever. Being in a drawdown is the normal. It's not an anomaly. It's normal. Now the question is, how big of a drawdown are you gonna be in? Obviously, you should. Like I try to limit my drawdowns to 10-15%, but you know, sometimes they become more severe than that. I think I've had 2 30% drawdowns this year, 25-30. So drawdowns, you know, it's the nature of the game. If you want to have big returns, you are gonna have drawdowns. Because if you don't have drawdowns, means you don't take any risk. And if you don't take any risk, you won't have any returns. Most of my drawdowns is less than 15%. Exactly. If you have great returns, you don't have any drawdowns, you're made off. Made off, yeah, exactly. He even said it. He even said it himself. Made off. He made off with the money. Some of these SPAC names that faded are starting to come back. Oh man, this SPE straight up from the 20-day bounce. Look at where these things bounced off the 20-day. Some of them, like Blink, was so strong it didn't even touch the 20-day. Chumi also 20-day. These things that had big moves, then they faded, and now they are back. XBEV is also testing the 20-day. The lows of the day, it bounced at the 20-day. LI is the weak one. NIO is the strong one. Like the 10 and the 20-day are so important. They're so important. If you're a momentum trader, you need to have the 10 and the 20-day. Or the variations of them. I know some people use the 21 EMA and the 9S EMA and stuff like that. It doesn't matter, like, you know, which one. You just need to, you know, use variations of those. I think they're super important. That's really the only two indicators you need. You really don't need any more indicators. And also VWAP if you want to short parabolic type of stocks. That's the only indicators you'll ever need. If you have any more than that, you're setting up for failure, in my opinion. WTX, never heard of that symbol. WTX? Oh, SWTX. Oh, sorry. Well, avoid this. It's super choppy. I trade stocks that are clean, that have clean moves. Look at something like this. Like it's up, it's down, it's up, it's down, it's up, it's down. It's been kind of inching higher, but this is not a trading stock. Avoid it. It's a horrible stock. Let's look at something like, I don't know, Plug. I'm just pulling tickers out of my ass. Like, look at something like this, right? When it has a breakout, it goes. It doesn't chop up and down, right? It goes straight up. That, you know, it's a clean and linear. Look at how it acts around the 10, the 20-day. It's super clean. Well, this SWTX, it's all over the place. It's all over the place. It's something you have to train your eyes to, seeing the difference between linear and clean stocks and stocks that are not clean. It takes some time, but CRSR, Corsair, well, yeah, it's bouncing off the 20. Someone mentioned it like an hour ago, but yeah. It's bouncing nicely. It undercut the 20, building higher lows, and now it's having a little bit of a breakout out of this range. Not really my type of setup, but these things can work really well. But I think it's up too much right now. Do I start positions? I rarely buy stocks after hours of pre-market. Very rarely. The 10 and 20 SMA, I look at on the daily. EMA in the hourly. I think the EMA works really well on the hourly. Again, it doesn't really matter which ones. It's just I've been using this for many years, and I think it works really nice for me. It doesn't really matter. EMA, SMA, the 10 day, the 9 day, the 20 day, the 21 day. It's just, you know, there's nothing really scientific about it. They just work. Oh, yeah, these daily. I just track big movers, like good setups, and I usually I usually track the stocks that are up on news and high volume, or that are breaking out like from nice setups. Those are the ones I track, and then I go back. Like for example, I've been slacking. It's already, yeah, so let's clean the 4th of November watch list. So 4th of November, AMD had a little breakout out of a 100-day bounce. Didn't have much follow through that time around. Nvidia had a little bit of breakout. Didn't have much follow through. XBEV. Oh, this is the day when we bought it. 24 bucks. This is where I bought 50,000 shares that I happily sold at 36. Oh yeah. And then it went to 74. I wish I you know, if someone invents a time machine, that would be a pretty good thing. So I just track these movers, the notable movers. And that's how you build. That's how you train your brain to understand setups. Like you track them. This is how you learn how to, you know, what works and what doesn't work. You can read as many books as you want. You can go to as many seminars as you want. And I think it's necessary to get the grasp of the basics. But other than that, to really understand what works and what doesn't work in the markets, you need to do this. You need to track setups. It doesn't matter. Like I track breakouts and episodic pivots mostly, and parabolic shorts. But whatever your setup is, you want to trade, you need to track it real time. You need to track those. See what works, what doesn't work. Not all setups work all the time, and that's how you learn. That's how you train your brain. No one else is gonna do it for you. You gotta do it yourself. You need to put in the work. Every day, every week, every month. This is not a game for the mentally lazy, like Livermore said. You can be of average intelligence, but if you're lazy, you're not gonna make it. Oh, 39. I'm gonna do them later. Okay. MSDR breakout. Yeah, it's breaking out of a range. What's GBTC doing? Oh man, I hope this thing stays tight like this today, or at least a few more days. I'm gonna triple my position in this thing. I'm already sitting on a double. Yeah, it's up. Yeah, about 100% since I bought it. But it was kind of illiquid down here. The average volume was what, 4 or 5 million shares at 11 in the 11s. Now it's in the 23s and the average volume is 12 million shares. So it's like, well, do the math. 8 times more liquid, 7 times more liquid if I did the math right. So that's pretty good. I will probably quadruple or more my dollar position. These coin-related things, these things can make just enormous moves. EGO, it looks like a random gold stock. What's gold? Yeah, gold is also, gold is, yeah, it's running into some like resistance areas. It needs some time, I think. PLT, I don't see a setup here. It could work. It could work, but not really. Yeah, I don't know. Tricky one. Yeah, Blink was a setup. Yeah, it looked good on the 60-minute. Look at how nicely it broke out of this range with higher lows. And now it's going. But yeah, I missed it. SB was another. Well, SB wasn't as clean. Never mind. Would you recommend go through all US listed stocks and finding setups and then saving it? I mean, Evernotes or Apple Notes? Yes, that's what I've been preaching for since I started streaming. That's exactly what you should do. Yeah, that's how you do it. You go through it, all of them. GBTC, I add when it starts breaking out of tight range. Riot, what's going on here? Yeah, Riot is strong. Mara is not as strong, but it is flagging. I'm gonna add to Mara also. I'm gonna triple my position in this thing. If it starts breaking. It's building on a high tide flag. And I think Mara had an offering on Friday, didn't they? Yeah, but SI is straight up. Where is your low risk entry? It's straight up. Where's the setup here? I don't see, you know, that's the difference between SI and GBTC. Guys, you need to think in terms of setups. That's all. Yeah. Setup. Oh, Riot had the offering? I think Mara had the offering. Need a setup. But yeah, SI is in my crypto watch list. I've just been waiting for a setup on this thing for a month now. It's been straight up. Tricky one. Let's see here. LG. Wait, isn't this a battery? No. Oh, it's a global leader in democratizing medical imaging. Oh, there you go. Guys, work is getting stopped out. There is no not stopped out. It's getting bought out. There is no flag here. It's getting bought out. There is no flag there. It's a buyout. There you go. Look at what Mas Miguel just wrote. He's taking notes from my streams. That's smart. Yeah, that's exactly what I did. Take inspiration from Mas Miguel. Take notes. Yeah, that's smart. Hey David, are you in the chat? Sadly. Hey David, are you taking notes? Dog ate. Well, no, your dog ate the notes. That means you have been taking notes, but you don't have them anymore since your dog ate them. So you have been taking notes. Nice to know. Your dog ate the notes too? All in your head? His dog ate your notes too. Oh. I bet David is taking notes, and then he takes his notebook, goes to target practice, and he shoots holes in the notebook with his guns. You do say some really smart things. I'm shocked. Hey, thank you, David. I'm blushing over here. Wait, you've been taking notes? I do say some pretty good one-liners sometimes. Like once a week I have a really good one-liner. I should probably write them down. I know people have been quoting me on both YouTube and Twitter. I should probably like gather them all and write a book or something. Hey guys, if I wrote a book about one-liners that I say on the stream, would you buy it? It's gonna be a free ebook. So you don't even have to buy it. You just have to download. No, 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 no. Okay. Never mind. You know what? Success in life is about having a lot of good ideas. Or no, sorry. Having a lot of ideas and ditching the bad ones. This is one of those, I guess. I'm gonna write a book on options. Brandy quote that. I'm gonna collab with the Brandy and we're gonna write a book on options. No, I don't care about Forex. Forex, they go up, they go down. You think Brandy law? I think most people know more about options. But that's the thing. You can have all the technical knowledge you want, but if you haven't made millions off of it, what's the point of having all that knowledge? Well, that's an easy one. If have you looked at other markets than the US? Yes, I have looked at every single market actually. South Africa, Taiwan, Japan, Hong Kong, London, Frankfurt, Madrid, Brazil, Argentina, Mexico, Canada, New Zealand, Australia, China, like Shanghai, Russia, Sweden, Norway, Denmark, Poland, Italy, Greece, Turkey. I looked at every single one. I looked at all the liquid stocks on those markets on TradingView, and I looked for setups. And I can tell you one thing. The US markets, this is a fact, the US markets are 55% of the world's market capitalization. 55%. If you only trade one market, it's gonna be the US markets. You don't have to be anywhere else. The whole world is in the US markets. How many foreign stocks aren't there? Like how many China stocks, European stocks, South American stocks? There's hundreds and hundreds of them listed on the US markets. Like the whole world is. Now, like if you're a US company, you're probably, and you want to list, you're going to list in the US. You're not going to list in Canada or Japan or anywhere else. But if you are like in Europe or South America, and you're probably going to list in your market, and maybe you're going to list in the US markets too. Look, like for example, Spotify. It's a Swedish company, but they're not even listed on the Stockholm Stock Exchange. They're listed on NYSE. They didn't even bother going to the Stockholm market. So you really don't need to anything. I don't even want to. You don't need to trade anything outside of the U.S. ever. How are you going about picking your strikes? Are you looking at delta and gamma? Well, my option strategy on Friday and today so far is picking the one strike and the one expiration that gets the most mentions in the chat. Yes, that's my option strategy. The one that I'm gonna buy the one that gets streamed. It's a great strategy. Yeah, it's called crowd trading. No, crowd. What's it called? I don't even know what it's called. It's called something. I read about it on Twitter. Crowdsourcing option strategy. Yes. Wisdom of the crowd. Yes. Do you guys know what wisdom of the crowds is? If you have a bunch of idiots and you put them together, like as a group, they're pretty smart. There's even a book about it. Like the government? Yeah. None of us is as dumb as all of us. I don't know what it means, but it sounds, yeah, I agree. You just called all of us idiots? Well, I meant it in a good way. And I'm the biggest idiot of all. I'm the biggest idiot of all. Yeah, that's the rule. They must be independent idiots. Yes. Damn, silver is getting a lot of attention. Exactly. Like obviously, guys, I'm not calling you idiots in a bad way. I mean, it's more like in a community way that we are all idiots, and I'm the leader of the idiots. I'm the biggest idiot. So you picked me as a leader. Yes, mayor of Idiotville. David is our leader. David may be the only smart guy here. He calls out, like, David calls out my bullshit all the time. King of idiots is Shapiro. Yeah, Dan Shapiro. In a good way, of course. He's the first one to admit he doesn't know anything. And I think the first, I think that realization is so important to have. Like Warren Buffett talks about it all the time. Like if you're into like Warren Buffett and Munger, like they talk about it all the time. It's more important to know your limitations than to know a lot of smart things. Sometimes genius lies in knowing your limitations, and that's the thing. Like Warren Buffett talks about it all the time. He's seen so many smart people, so many like truly smart people that don't know their limitations, and they get into trouble. Like look at the like long-term capital management. It was just like some of the world's biggest geniuses were in there, but they just didn't know their limitations and they blew up. So what does it help you to be a genius if you don't know your limitations? It's better to be just an average intelligence and know your limitations and not get into trouble. Sometimes that's the true genius. How did you find the stocks that look at when you studied them? I just used TC2000 and went through every single stock in the system. You told Reno what? Yeah, I want to hear it. Well, it's only gonna go into the book if someone writes it down and sends it to me. Chris is pretty smart. He knows a lot at such a young age. Hey David, can I put it on Twitter? Like you're my biggest hater / friend. It means a lot coming from you. Sarcasm? Nah, it wasn't sarcasm. Do you like Blink? Well, I did like it around 25. And I was thinking about buying it, but then I didn't because, yeah, well, you know, I passed in most setups. And now at 27, I don't really like it anymore. You gotta buy them tight, just as they're coming out of ranges. It's already up like 11% since the range break. Now this is a fast-moving stock. You may get away with it, but you know, it's, to me, it's up too much. Upwork, yeah, it's a good setup. Yep. What I think about Shumia? Well, yeah, it's breaking out of a range today. I'm not sure if it was a good setup. I would have preferred more sideways, but yeah, it's I don't know. I wouldn't trade it. I don't see an edge here personally. Like, I would have preferred that, you know, a longer range. This NBAC looks interesting too, but I'm gonna pass on it, I guess. It's also some kind of a EV thing related. I don't even know what it. Vehicle to grid technology and electric buses. What more do you need to know? Tan. If I like it here, no. I did like it down here when it broke out of the high tide flag. But up here, no. It needs more time. Yeah, I did have moving averages on. DPW, similar Blink, yeah. Yeah. Plug is starting to grind back. I'm gonna rebuy it if it sets up nicely. BLDP, same sector. It's also trying to. Oh, this is the one I owned. Oh yeah, this is the one I bought here when it broke out. This, yeah, okay. I may rebuy it. I sold it. I think I sold it in the 19s. So okay. PLTR. Yep. Taking out of this, coming out of a range. Yeah, there's a lot of strength. There's so many strong stocks out there. Just incredible. Like, I'm passing on like 80% of them. Because there's so many. And I'm already in so many things, I really don't have buying power. I don't have enough buying power to get into more stuff. Yeah, there are always options. Are you out of Tesla? No, I just added in pre-market. I doubled up my position in pre-market. And you guys know my thesis. I think it's gonna have a hard run up into December 21. I think it's gonna go parabolic. I truly do. So, and the question is it gonna go to 800 or is it gonna go to 1,000 plus? That's what I think about Tesla. I think Tesla is really the like a thermometer for all this speculation money. Like, if Tesla gets into trouble, that's when I think we should be worried. As long as Tesla is going up, I think market will be fine, and all these speculative stocks will be fine. Yeah, I did stock. I'm just trying to experiment, crowdsourcing on options. I've just been doing. Do you know any traders that make more percentage per year than you on average? No. There are a few guys that are in the US investing championships. Two of the top guys there on Twitter too. I don't remember their handles right now. I think they both had like Italian sounding names. Wait, I'm gonna Google US investing, and they trade like both of these are also like Mark Minervini students. So they trade kind of similar to what I do when it comes to breakouts and stuff like that. And they're both up like Thomas Claro and Matt Caruso, yeah. Yeah, exactly, those two. So they're both up like 400, 500% on the year. Which is about what I'm up. Well, less than I'm up, but I'm not in the US, so I don't think I can participate. Minimum account size. What's the maximum account size? Oh yeah, that's true. If you have a small account, it's much easier to have good returns. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I'm gonna move to the US just so I can participate in the US investing championships and pay more taxes too. Sounds like a good deal. Yeah. Hey David, can you open an account in your name? I'll take the profit. We'll have a sharing agreement. Like I'll fund the account. I'll take the profits and you pay the taxes. Does it sound like a good idea? It's a win-win. You will take all the losers as well? Yeah, there you go. That's what a true friend does. David is really a true friend. He even said something nice about me today. Hey David, are you softening up? Feels like David is softening. David, you're getting weak. No? Yeah, David is getting into the holiday spirit. Reno was late to work today. That's not acceptable. Hey Reno, do you have a good excuse for being late to work? And late to work, I mean, I guess you mean trading. I usually miss the opening like once per year. Last time I missed the market open was this summer. I was outside tanning and I fell asleep. And I woke up and it was like 10 minutes past the market open. That's the only time I was late to the market this year. It usually happens once per year. I take most day. No, I don't ever take a whole day off. But usually I only work like the first hour or two after the gate, and then I kind of chill out. Then it's just all about maintenance. Most of the action is usually in the first couple of hours. After that, there's usually not much action most days. You get these random breakouts, and I may do some trading, but usually not that much. I bring my laptop. I check in every hour. I have alerts set. But Melee, I sold it and now it's going higher. Oh well, whatever. Another one, SPAC name. How many SPAC names are up on high volume today? There's so many of them. Do I trade the last 1 hour? Only if I see a good setup triggering. Yeah, someone should put Mas Miguel. I know he does some note taking, but it would be nice if guys, if you want to, if you have time, those of you who have been taking notes since I started streaming a little over a year ago, it would be nice if you kind of sent me some of the smart things I've said. I know I say something smart almost every day, but the problem is, after I say it, I kind of forget about it. It would be nice to have it in text. You only take notes on my stupid things? Nice. Oh, you have a nice. Thanks for sharing the notes. Thank you for sharing. Wow, that's a really. Oh, this is more like a technical document. Okay, yeah, this is really good. This is smart. Really smart. You watched all of my YouTube videos, some even more than 5 times? Holy shit, that's commitment. Yeah, I know, I get into this flow state, and then when I'm out of it, I don't even remember what I said. NNDM, I know I've seen some hype on it on Twitter, additive manufacturing, whatever that means. This thing has had like 5 offerings in the past few months. That's all they do. They sell liquid. Now, if it sets up, I may trade it, but it's they just dilution machine. They just did another offering today. I don't know, I don't know. Only a good setup. Only on a good setup. Wait, you have YouTube videos? Yes, David. Every stream gets uploaded to YouTube. So if you've been on the stream, you haven't missed anything. Can I mute Dave? Oh. Oh, that's another nice document with setups. Guys, check out the links people have been posting. The Google document links. These are really good. That's what you need to do. You need to build a database of setups, and you know, it's also good if you write down your rules, like the specific rules of your setup. I haven't done it, but if you feel like you need to, then it's a very good idea to do it. If you feel like it helps. You know, I've never done it, but well, actually I have done it, but then I kind of forget about them, that I've done it. Yeah, thanks for the links, guys. Really good. CRISPR setup before the breakout. It looked good. It looked good. Very tight. Very, very tight. Yeah, yeah, it's a really, really tight. And then it had a high volume breakout. It looked good. A really good setup. I missed it because it was so thin. It wasn't even in my scans. Oh, it looks like Laser is testing the VWAP. Will I trade it though? It's up. Nah, I'm gonna pass on it. Nah, I'm gonna pass on it. Yeah, I'm gonna pass on it because I wouldn't have the buying power to swing this thing anyways, and I don't really day trade, so I'm gonna pass on it. I hope it holds up and has follow through the 45 tomorrow. No, you don't need to have any intraday scans. Nope. You build your watch list and then you just wait for things to trigger, and you put alerts. You don't need any intraday scans. Really. Zillow, do I think it lacks volume? I think it has good volume. The market's been open for what, less than 2 hours, and it's already has as much volume as the past 3 sessions. I think the volume is pretty good. It's probably gonna end above average daily volume. It's probably gonna end at 3.5, maybe 4 million in volume before the day is over. I think there's nothing wrong with the volume on Zillow. All the colors are the same? Oh, all the colors are the same as... Okay, never mind. Yeah, guys, if you missed the links in the chat, you can, like when the stream ends, it gets uploaded both to YouTube and it also gets automatically uploaded to Twitch with the chat. In Twitch you can also see the chat. On YouTube you can't. So anytime you miss something, you can just go back either on Twitch or YouTube if you want to rewatch something or whatever. Yeah, or paste in that Discord. Yep. The Discord channel, if you follow the instructions on the screen, it's in the About page. If you scroll down, that's where you get the Discord link. Yeah, Workday, I don't really like it as a trading stock. It's one of these stocks that are very choppy. Every time it tries to break out, it pulls back to a moving average. It's not really a trading stock. It's more of an investing stock slash, you know, you can do options on it, or you can like trade it off the weekly chart maybe. But yeah, I wouldn't trade it at all. You want to trade stocks that make big linear moves, because those are the stocks that are more likely to keep doing big linear moves. And yeah, and a good way to filter them out is to use like a 5-6 ADR cutoff. Then you're gonna pass on all the slow stocks automatically, pretty much. Yeah, linearity is very important. What would it take to get you to work for a fund? I would never work for someone else again, ever. But if someone came and offered me like a lot of money without any performance, what is it called? Exactly, 50 million base with 100 million bonus. Yeah, exactly, target, criteria, yeah. Then I would maybe do it. But I'm at a point that my trading has scaled so well. Like I don't even need to personally have a great percentage return to make a lot of money. But if someone gives me like 100 million or 50 million, maybe I would take it. 100 million, definitely I would take it. For 1 year, I would work for a fund. I would show up. I would do my best. But other than that, I'm really not interested. Unless it's someone really smart. Like if Stanley Druckenmiller, like I would like to work for like Stanley Druckenmiller or like Paul Tudor Jones. Like some of these under one of the some of these great traders, I would actually do it for free for a year. I would do it for free, because just the things I would learn would pay off so much more in the future. I think so. What about working for David? I'm not gonna work for David. I'm gonna reload his guns. I'm gonna hold the ammo for him. Jim Simmons, because it's too smart. The way they trade, it's too high level for me. They're really mathematical and scientific about it. It's over my head. I know my limitations. Yeah, quant is not really for me. Yeah, and you know they're all frauds. Like half of these, SPACs and whatever, they're frauds. But most people don't care as long as they're going up. And then when someone comes with a hit piece, they get a lot of hate. Well, anytime anyone does a hit piece on a stock, they get a lot of hate. Doesn't matter how legit it is. But yeah, if you see a good setup in a hot sector, you should trade it. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and Paul Tudor Jones is also very big on the 200-day moving average. Where is the breakout on API? There is no breakout on it. It's just a random shit stock in, you know, at the lows. First it needs to get momentum and then may have breakout. How do you know which sector is hot? Well, it's very simple. What is the sector right now? The top 2-3 sectors right now where a lot of stocks have doubled and tripled over the past couple of months. Very simple. If you can't name 3 sectors right out of the bat, you're doing something wrong. Exactly. Biotechnology, EV and energy. Yep. EV and Corona. Yep. Mariana. Yep. Exactly. Yeah, Muddy Waters. The second day, my second trade. No, the second day I was trading, Muddy Waters hit that SNOF, SNOFF, some kind of a China forest stock or whatever. Some of these, you know, U.S. funds were pretty big. You know, they had, you know, decent positions in it, like hundreds and millions and even billions, I think. Like that was a large cap company. Then Muddy Waters exposed it as a total fraud. The stock went down 95% in 2 sessions or 3 sessions, and I remember playing the bounce on it. I had a tiny account. That was my second trade ever. I remember I played the bounce. I made like 10% on it, and then after I sold it, it like doubled in the next hour. And the thing is, obviously I was super pissed because I could have doubled my account if I just held it another hour. But I got super excited because I thought moves like that happen daily. I was like, hey, at this pace, if I can just hold them longer, I'm gonna be rich in a month. That's what I thought. Little did I realize I was just very lucky to be, you know, in the right stock at the right time. I just, you know, sold it too early. You do not get a lot of, you know, moves like that all the time. But yeah, that one got delisted. I think Paulson, he lost like, his funds lost like several hundred million in it. They were too slow to sell. It just tells you like a lot of these, you know, funds, they have no idea what the hell they're holding. Same thing with this like LK. Like you would be surprised how little due diligence some of these multi-billion-dollar funds do, because they have so many positions, right? Like you can't do a lot of due diligence if you hold 50 positions. Even if you have 20 analysts working for you. Okay, maybe not 20, but even if you have like 10 full-time analysts, there's only so much DD you can do. Yeah, lock-in, yeah. If a stock gets delisted while you're in it, well, it depends. Like usually they get delisted to the pink sheets. Like a stock never goes down 100%. Like it may go down like 90% and it gets delisted to the gray sheets or whatever, and you take a 90% loss on it there if there is any trading. Yeah, Tupperware. What's going on with Tupperware? Oh, it's still holding up really well. Okay, guys, enough talking. I've talked too much. I don't want to say all the smart things I have to say in one day. I'm gonna dilute myself. Yeah, now I'm gonna day trade options for the rest of the day. Wish me good luck. Alright guys, thanks for joining. Thanks for all the help, guys. Thanks to the moderators. Thanks for David. Thanks to David for being so nice to me today. I hope we get normal David back tomorrow. And see you tomorrow, guys.